what are loops, how many types of loops are available in PHP, and what is the usage of loops in any programming language. Friends, we are going to learn these concepts with examples in PHP programming language. And before starting the video, I request you to subscribe to our YouTube channel for our regular videos. Without any delay, let's start. So first of all, we will learn the for loop. The syntax of this, you have to type the keyword for and a bracket. Then you have to declare a variable here and assign it an initial value, and then type here a condition and press semicolon, and in the last type here variable increment statement, and then type mid brackets, and this will be the body of loop. Now basically what will happen when our this code will run, first of all 0 value will assign to our this I variable, and then our for loop will check either the condition is true or not. Because 0 is less than and is less than 5, it means that our condition is true. Then what will happen, the body of the loop, the code that you will write inside your body of loop will execute it, and then this loop will increment the variable. Again it will check the condition and so on. This is the process of our loop. Now for example, I will type here echo value of I is equal to $I. This is the rule of PHP programming language, that you can type a variable inside the double quotes without concatenation. In the last, I will type here a BR to line break. So let me refresh my page so we can see the output. Friends, here you can see that this is the usage of loop, that it can repeat a specific line of code at a specific number of times based on condition. So this was the for loop. Next I will remove this. Next we will learn about while loop. I will type here while, next type here small brackets and your mid brackets here. Here you will type the body of your loop, and outside this loop I will declare a variable here like a is equal to 3 semicolon, and inside this we will type our condition like a is less than or equal to 5, and then what we will do, we will echo here the value of a is equal to a and br, press semicolon. Now the difference between for loop and while loop is we did not declare our variable inside the loop, and we also did not increment or decrement this iterator variable inside this. We only provide condition to our loop, and the code that we will write in the body of our loop will be executed until the condition will become true. And one more thing, if you will not type here a plus plus, then infinite loop will be started, because a is equal to 3 and 3 will always be less than and equal to 5. It means that your this code will run again and again until infinity, and it will crash your server or your server. So that's it. Let me run the app so I can show you the output. So here you can see that this is the output of our loop. What will happen, first of all this value will assign to our this a variable, then it will check either a is less than equal to 5, means this 3 is less than or equal to 5, and we know that 3 is less than 5. It means that this condition will become true, and our this program will print the value of a is equal to 3, which was the value of our 3. Here you can see that this is our first line, and then a line break. After this it will increment the variable and again check the condition. If the condition will true, again it will execute this line, and it will execute its code until the condition will becomes false. When the value of a will be 6 and 6 is not less than equal to 5 and not equal to 5, our condition will become false, and then our this loop will stop. So next we have a do while loop. What I need to do here, just I will cut this and type here do and paste my this while at this position and press semicolon here. So basically this is our do while loop, and if I type the value of 10 is the value of a is 10 and run my program, you can see that our condition will become false in the beginning position, because value of a is 10 and 10 is not less than and not equal to 5. But still our this loop will execute its body's code even one time. Here you can see that. So this was the difference, that the code you will write inside the do while loop will must execute at least once, and then it will check the condition. If condition will become true, then again its code will be executed. So in the last, one of my favorite loop is for each loop. And one of the most important loop in programming from my point of view, for each loop is used to iterate the elements of array. For example, if I have an array here named colors is equal to, and I type here red, green, blue, press semicolon, and we want to display the elements of these arrays, we can use for each loop. I will type here for each dollar colors. Here you will type the name of your array and type here as, like if I type here COLOR and press mid brackets. Don't confuse here, you can type any variable name here, but what will happen when your this for each loop will execute? First time it will store the first element of your array in this variable, and you can use this variable to do whatever you want. For example, if I type here the color is color and press semicolon, and before this I type here br, here you have to make sure that I have typed here color, not colors. If you will type here colors, it will generate an error. So I have copied this variable and paste at this position, and let me run the app. So friends, here you can see that we have iterate from our elements of arrays successfully. One more thing I want to tell you in the last is about break and continue statement. So for example, if we have a variable like a is equal to like 0, and we have a while loop that this loop will execute until the value of a is less than or equal to 5, and inside this we will increment the variable a plus plus semicolon, and here I will type if a is equal to 2, then what you will need to do here, break. So let me run my program. Nothing happens because we have to echo here the value of a is equal to a, press semicolon and a br tag, refresh the page. Here you can see that when the value of your a will become 2, it will break. Break means that it will never again check the condition that we have right in our while loop, and it will terminate our loop. But here is another statement name continue, press semicolon, and when I refresh the page, I think we should increment at this position. So here you can see that this is the output. Basically what will happen, that when the value of a is equal to 2, then it will continue, means that it will never execute the code that you will write at this position. It will just again check the condition and increment the variable and execute the body of your loop. So if you want to skip one iteration of your loop basis on any condition, you can use continue, and if you want to terminate your loop process, you can use the break statement. So friends, I hope you must understand the basic concepts of these loop, and if you have any question, you can ask us in the comment section. We will try to answer a question, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for our regular videos. And finally, thanks for watching.